from Balance in Motion, and today I'm going to be reviewing proper technique of the mountain climber exercise. So I'm going to start with the very basic general one. So you're going to have somebody in a high plank position, hands directly under your shoulders, and then what this exercise entails is bringing one knee up towards the same elbow. So here, when you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure that your knee is coming straight up towards your elbow. Often what we see is people will rotate their hip outward to be able to find a range of motion because they don't have very good hip flexion. And so that's one of the mistakes people often make. The second mistake that people will make is they do a lot of rounding at their lower back in order to get into that position that way. So in general, to do the exercise from this position properly is as you bring your knee towards your elbow, you want to keep your hand directly under your shoulder, so go ahead and bring your knee up, and we don't have any shifting back and forth that way. Ideally, we'd also like to see that someone bring their knee all the way up towards their elbow and touch if possible. It also depends on the range of motion that they can achieve. A regression that I like to utilize with people to be able to coach them into better technique is doing it from a bench. So we go ahead and get them into a bench plank position. I find it's an easier position to be able to obtain proper core activation and puts them at a slight angle. And so from here, I'm going to go ahead and get them to think about driving their knee towards their same elbow, and it also gives them a slightly easier target to reference. And same deal, we're looking for that knee to come straight up in line, not substituting rotation outward or rounding here at the lower back. If people are still struggling with that, then I would suggest making sure that they work on the hip flexion pattern. And a really good way to do that is to do it in a supine position or lying down. And so getting somebody to have their arms over their head, legs straight. It's important to watch the feet position here. So we're going to be doing the exact same thing as bringing the knee towards the opposite elbow. And so as we do that, we're looking to try to go as far as we can, making sure that somebody doesn't rotate their foot outward as they go, like you're seeing here, or flexing through the opposite hip that way. So ideally, you're going to keep this leg perfectly straight, the quad's going to stay contracted, and you're going to bring your knee towards your elbow. And here we're just strengthening the hip flexion pattern, and we're really strengthening the psoas muscle, which is going to contribute to that. So there's some tips for you to improve your mountain climber exercises.